All right, let's dive right in. Today we're talking about how to really future-proof your business in a world that just keeps getting crazier. We're going to break down how a consulting firm, Sierra Holdings Inc., architects solutions that make companies faster, way smarter, and a whole lot more secure.
So let me just ask you this straight up. Does it ever feel like your own technology is what's holding you back? Are your teams moving slower than you want them to? Because in today's market, your tech foundation is either your launch pad or it's your anchor. There's really no in between.
And look, these challenges are real. We're talking about sophisticated cyber attacks happening every single day. We're talking about critical data that's just locked away in different departments, totally useless. And on top of all that, there's this constant, immense pressure to innovate faster than everybody else. The stakes are just incredibly high.
So, how do you even begin to solve all of this? Well, it's not about just picking one shiny new tool. It's about having an integrated, multi-layered strategy. And this is exactly where the expertise of a firm like Sierra Holdings Inc. comes into play. They've put together a game plan that hits performance, intelligence, and security all at the same time.
The best way to picture this strategy is to think of it like a high-tech fortress. At the very heart of it, you've got Google Cloud. That's your powerful, intelligent command center where all your critical apps and data live. Then, wrapped around that entire core, you have Cloudflare. Think of Cloudflare as the impenetrable outer wall and the lightning-fast perimeter that protects your digital front door from absolutely everything.
So the strategy works from the inside out. It all starts with modernizing that core. The very first step is getting rid of all that outdated, expensive, and clunky hardware and replacing it with a flexible, powerful foundation built right on Google Cloud.
And the benefits you see are immediate and, frankly, huge. First off, your security gets a massive upgrade with a zero-trust model. This basically assumes no one is trusted by default. It's a giant leap forward. Second, you get a handle on costs. You literally only pay for the computing power you actually use, no more paying for servers just sitting there collecting dust. And finally, you get incredible reliability because you're running on the exact same global network that powers Google itself.
Okay, so now your core is rock solid. Let's talk about that outer wall, the edge. This is your digital front door. It's your website, your apps, your APIs, everything that connects to the outside world. Sierra uses Cloudflare here to build this protective shield that also happens to be a massive performance booster.
And this shield is no joke. It's got a web application firewall that blocks really complex attacks. It has automatic protection against DDoS attacks, those things that try to knock your site offline. It even stops malicious bots and secures your email to stop phishing attempts before they even have a chance to land in an employee's inbox.
But here's the really cool part. It's not just about defense, it's also about speed. Like incredible speed. Using Cloudflare's massive global network, your website content gets delivered from a server that's physically close to your user, which makes everything feel instantaneous. The system is smart enough to route traffic around internet traffic jams, and it can even run bits of code right at the edge, closer to your users, for just unbelievable performance.
Now I want you to look at this number, 0. This is a massive deal for any company's budget. That's the egress fee, which is basically the tax you pay just to move your own data out when you use Cloudflare's R2 storage. A lot of other providers charge a ton for this, but with this solution, that painful cost is just gone, wiped out completely.
So with a super secure and lightning-fast foundation, we get to the next layer. And honestly, this is where the real magic happens. This is where Sierra helps you use the power of Google AI to turn your data from something you just store into your single most valuable asset.
The first thing is just making your data useful. So imagine a private Google search, but it only searches your company's internal information. That is Vertex AI Search. Suddenly, all of your documents, all your reports, all your databases become instantly searchable. You're putting all that crucial knowledge right at your team's fingertips.
Now think about all the time and energy your teams waste on manual data entry. It's tedious, it's boring, and it's full of errors. Well, Document AI automates all of it. It can literally read and understand invoices, contracts, and forms, pull out the important information, and just plug it right into your systems. This frees up your people to do the high-value work they were actually hired to do.
And what about customer support? Contact Center AI lets you build an intelligent, automated support team. And no, these are not those frustrating old-school chatbots. We're talking about sophisticated bots that can actually understand and resolve customer issues right away, 24/7. It's a game changer for customer satisfaction and your bottom line.
So all of this leads to one thing: making smarter, faster decisions.
By bringing all your data together with tools like BigQuery, Sierra lets you use predictive analytics to see what's coming around the corner. You can even use generative AI to ask really complex questions about your data and get the answers back in plain, simple English.
This modern way of thinking also extends to the software you use every single day. In a world that runs on software as a service, or SaaS, having a strategy where everything works together isn't a luxury anymore. It's absolutely essential for being efficient.
So Sierra manages that whole software lifecycle. That means everything from building custom apps from the ground up to integrating all your existing tools, your CRM, your ERP, so they talk to each other. And of course, expertly rolling out platforms like Google Workspace. The goal is to make sure your entire ecosystem works for you, not against you.
Of course, none of this cool technology matters if you can't trust the people implementing it. Sierra Holdings Inc. has really built its reputation by working with a diverse, global clientele and meeting the absolute highest standards for security and compliance.
I mean, their foundation is built on meeting some of the most demanding security standards in the world, like the ones from the US federal government and the Department of Defense. And that level of deep expertise is what allows them to confidently work with everyone, from international governments to commercial businesses of any size.
The goal of this entire strategy isn't just about technology for technology's sake. It's really about architecting a real, tangible business outcome. And that is a future for your organization that is measurably faster, fundamentally more secure, and at the end of the day, a lot more profitable. So if your infrastructure feels more like that anchor we talked about at the beginning, just know that there is a clear, strategic path forward. If you want to start that conversation, check out sierraholdingsinc.com/cloud.